Artists want to move to direct-to-consumer selling, but can't quite understand how to make money from it. So they push themselves back to streaming. And I know that this is your positioning. But if you want to understand how to maximize D2C, baby, you got to tune into today's episode of the Music Money Makeover Show. First things first is you got to stop discriminating and aggregate. The biggest lie about direct-to-consumer platforms is that you got to choose one. If you were using TuneCore or DistroKid or Symphonic, then you're not distributing to one platform. I'm sure you're aware of this. You're sending your music out to multiple platforms, which makes this distributor an aggregate, which is what they're really called. This means you can do the same with direct-to-consumer, whether it be Even, Bandcamp, or your own website. There are users on all outlets. And even though you could use one platform to distribute, distributing to multiple covers that larger user base, allowing you to satisfy the customer's needs better. Using one platform prevents potential customers from buying because it wasn't readily available for how they want to consume your product. So what I'm saying is there are multiple people on all of these platforms who want to buy your stuff. Somebody might discover you on Bandcamp that is not a member of Even. Somebody that is an avid member of Even might want to use Even because they're becoming a player in the game now, especially with the J. Cole launch they just did. You know what I'm saying? So if you have an account on Even, you're going to buy on Even. People who are buying music direct to consumer digitally for the first time are getting Even accounts. But there are people who are legacy direct to consumer digital album buyers on Bandcamp already that don't want to switch to Even. So you distribute to both. And then there are fans who just truly want to support you and they don't really care. You put it on your website for that. So when TuneCore launched, it was originally to get people's music to Rhapsody and iTunes and any other rinky-dink little digital stores out there, right? Spotify came in just a few years later, but it mainly was for iTunes and like I think, and Google Play. It was for Google Play, Sony eMusic, and stores like that. It was an aggregate. Now, there isn't really an aggregate for direct to consumers now, but the good thing is there are not a lot of direct to consumer platforms. But that's why I keep saying Even and Bandcamp are going to be the two biggest players in this space, because it's going to take another player a lot to actually bring on the user base. Anyway, let's keep going, man, because we got a lot of money to make in 2025, and I don't want you to get stuck there at just music alone. This is really where you're gonna make some money. You're gonna make your money back selling digital experiences. I guarantee you, so long as you're a friendly artist and a friendly person, we're gonna make this happen for you. The hidden gem no one will tell you about direct-to-consumer marketing is that nearly all of the money spent there on your album can be made back with digital listening parties and experiences. I'm gonna call them experiences. Fans pay to get in the experience and then you upsell them multiple times with the listening experiences, multiple times, causing them to spend more money. It's like a theme park where you can only get the exclusive souvenirs and stuff like that they offer there. I feel the future of releasing albums this way to make your money back will be crucial in 2025, and leaving this money on the table is crazy, especially if you have fans that will show up. Some of you are out there with 10,000 followers. That means you got some fans. So let me explain. I'm gonna give you three different ways, and I'm gonna break it down for me too. So last year, or was it this year? Anyway, point is, I went to Disney World recently. Oh, it was last year. Dang, the year's going by fast. Last year, I went to Disney World for Christmas. In the park at Disney World, they have merchandise that you can't get outside of the park. You might be able to get it to I think it's like a Disney Walk or something, like Universal Walk, whatever. Disney, whatever the thing is outside the park, you might be able to get some of it there. But most of it, you will not be able to get unless you're at the park. So you have to buy a ticket, watch this, to get in the park. You get in the park, you're gonna get access to merch and things that you wouldn't necessarily get outside of the park. People taking your picture, all these different little upsells and all this stuff that you can't get outside of the park. You're having an experience, well, let's go have fun. Recently, this happened with a client and their crew of mine, goes by the name of Kennedy Ryan. She has a virtual listening session back around Halloween. And I'm like, I know they made about $1,000 in 1 hour. Ain't no way, because it was a virtual listening. It was just for a single. It was a virtual listening session. I paid $1 to get in. I love her music, love what she's doing, love the team. So I'm just have some fun. I pay $1 to get in. And then it's for the single. And then they put the single in the chat. So the link for the single is there right above the chat. And they say, if anybody wants a single, go get the single. Now, if I paid to get in, I want to support the artist. I'm not there being a cheapskate, right? So I paid $5 for the single. And so did a lot of other people. You didn't have to pay, it was pay what you want. But you're in there anyway, it only costs you $1 to be there and you're there supporting your favorite artist. Why not give them some more money because you're having fun? She's on the stream with you. Y'all are conversing back and forth in the chat. Everybody's having a party in there. You see what I'm saying? And then comes the time where she says, yo, I got some special merch to give away. Gave away 2 free t-shirts. Now they didn't capitalize in this sense, but you can see where this can keep going. You're in the listening experience or the digital experience, you upsell the single, but everything in there is exclusive that you can't get out. So there might be limited run merch only specifically reserved for this very special moment that you can only get on the stream, that you can't get on the e-store, the e-commerce store on your website. 2 different types of merch right here. And in this case, that allows you to sell it for just a little bit more. And then you can go sell something else. And then something else that you can only get if you paid a ticket to get in the club, baby. Same thing goes with me. I launched a community. For those of you all that know, you got an email. For those of you all that were brave enough to take me on my offer early on, great. For those of you all who didn't take me on early on, the price is going up. But guess what's in that community right now? Access to resources and funding, more resources that you wouldn't necessarily get on YouTube is in there. Access to me, and that's what you're paying for, the experience of that. And now everybody's starting to share resources in the community. You see what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get that on here. And that's what it's about. This is how we gonna make some serious money in 2025. The whole reason behind my community is to make you accelerate faster. It's an acceleration point, okay? And I want you to do the same thing with your audiences. So why not experience it with me and see how it goes? You see what I'm saying? Now, the only way you're gonna get an invite right now on today's date is if you dig through your email to see if you got that email. And I actually blasted it out to all of you all on this email list. Over 15,000 people have gotten this. So if it's lost in your spam, you better go find it. Let's continue with the video. Casual listeners are robbing your bank every hour on the hour. Here's why your bank account isn't receiving money from your fans. It's because you're not serving them. You're serving the casual listener. Direct to consumer is all about supporters and fanatics. 2 different types of people. They have money and want to be served. Supporters want products. Fans want experiences, and they are ready to pay a premium for it. So give it to them. Even though it does take a bit more work and the reward is worth it, trust me. One supporter can make you 10,000 times more money than a casual listener, and a fan can make you 100,000 times more than a casual listener. I think it would be best to target these people. Not meeting their needs is suicidal on your part. However, if you meet their needs, it will be life-changing. I guarantee you that. Let me express what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is a casual listener will give you 0.0038 cents on Spotify. They're gonna yip yap about you. Album comes out. Yo, you heard that new Kendrick joint? Yeah, blah, 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 blee, 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 right? The next level up is the supporter. That supporter is gonna give you a minimum of $38, which is 1,000 times more than the stream. See where I'm going with this? And the fan is gonna give you $380, 10,000 times more than a casual listener. And you don't have to be at Kendrick's level to do this. You don't have to be at a Beyonce or a Sabrina Carpenter or a Taylor Swift level to do this. You can be at a level of, I only got 10,000 followers. Somebody is gonna pay you $380 for something. So don't leave this money on the table in 2025. We're gonna make some bank, especially if you're in that community, we're gonna make some bank. Now, check it out. Using multiple platforms means that you gotta do more work for release date. I know you asking that, and I understand. But if you don't wanna do the work because it's hard, then wait for the record label that's never gonna come to save you. Stop worrying about the unknown because you didn't worry about it when you started making music in the beginning. Streaming is moving to a new, brighter day. And this is phase 1, or really phase 2, for the casual listener. So if you miss it, you might be caught in the sauce of everybody trying to keep up with what I'm talking about. But if you catch the wave, now you will be considered an innovator. I promise you. For instance, streaming took out CDs, tapes, cassettes, vinyl, all that stuff, the stuff that people complain about. It took it out and then streaming came in. And what happened was CDs, vinyls, tapes, cassettes, 8-tracks, all that stuff would get you to pay a price. And that was served for the lifetime listens that you would get out of that physical medium. There was no more money after that purchase, you know, that music wise, right? So for instance, your independent label, you make $10 wholesale. That $10 equates to roughly 263 listens on a 10-song album at 0.0038 cents, right? So you get roughly 263 uses over the course of a lifetime for a $10 CD. Tell me when's the last time you bought a CD, all of my folks from the CD era that bought a CD and you listened to it 263 times. I'll wait, because the only CD that I can think about that I burnt out and bought a second one to were two. That was Outkast Equipment and Outkast Stankonia. And I got vinyls behind me. I got books of CDs. I got my 300 CD, but I got a bunch of stuff, but I ain't play it 263 times. So what Spotify did was it cut out all the excess and said, let them pay for it over the course of their life versus paying for it right up front right now. You see what I'm saying? And then we'll bring in streaming 2.0. So now, what is it gonna be when we move from because the live concerts are still gonna be going, but what happens when we sell the live concert and the video version of the live concert? Or if we cut out the live concert and just go straight to experiences? What does that look like in streaming? Now, this gives the person who doesn't necessarily have access to a concert venue the ability to do it right here behind the camera, me and you talking. Pay to get in the digital event and we moving. We making money. So yes, I agree with you. It was rough. The streaming era, streaming 1.0 was rough. There was a lot of stuff that was uprooted at that time. Streaming 2.0 though, we about to make some money. We about to make some money, man. And I don't want you to miss the jet. You know what I'm saying? Don't miss the wave, because it's going to be a pretty long one. And then eventually, you know what happens? People jump in and it's like everybody's in the water and it's not fun. So do you really think people will come to a digital listening party is what you're telling me? And I'm going to tell you, to reiterate my point, yes, I know they will come, because I've been to my clients' parties like I just explained. Watching them make that money so fast was pretty exciting to me. And if they could do it working with half the technology and the sound, and believe me, the sound was cutting out in one ear. They couldn't get the video stream going. It was stuck, and everybody was still in the chat having a party. Then they had to reset the computer and we were still in there. Now it was $1 to get, man, look, it was $1 to get in and 300 people was in there. They had already made $300 before she made the upsell. You get what I'm saying? Think about the DJs of TikTok and the Twitch streamers and how much money they're already making this money. It's just that artists are behind on this. So you might say, well, will I need a team to sell to these supporters? You're going to need a team, period. Put together some people to make it happen. You're not going to earn the money you want to earn by thinking you can do it all yourself. You're not, okay? It doesn't work that way. So avoiding the team is like robbing yourself of the money, let alone the casual listeners and all that stuff like that, robbing your bank. So let's get to work. I need y'all to make this work. Here's what I need you to do. Get an account on Even and Bandcamp and buy an album on there so you have the experience yourself. See what you like about it, what you don't like about it. Develop a virtual listening party or an experience on paper, including merchandise upsells, so you can visualize it. I want you to do this exercise, and then find team members and moderators that can help you build the site as well as moderate the event. Then I want you to grab my 60-day regular label course to help you build a foundation to handle all the cash flow that you're about to make. Go in there and get the funding, or if you got the email, go into the community, the Music Money Makers community. Yes, I called it Music Money Makers. Go into that community, get the funding in there, start networking with everybody to get the resources that you need, because that's what it's for. Get access to me, and let's go make some money in 2025. Okay, I guarantee you this, fans will start coming on board, taking your career to new heights. And the extra lift will allow you to become more noticeable. And in 3, more notoriety means more FOMO, which means more money. This is the Music Money Makeover Show. We're all about money. But if we stay stuck in streaming 1.0 or the CD era because we're still mad, because I know y'all are, you're going to continue to exert a lot of effort selling to the casual listener, which can make you feel underappreciated, causing you to second guess yourself, and ultimately you'll sign with the label who will take advantage, watch this, of your missed capitalizations. They're gonna cap so hard on you and make you work like you on a plantation. Unless you get with the right label partner like the independents that watch the Music Money Makeover Show. So if you were struggling to understand how to use D2C to distribute your music, craft experiences for your fans, and make more money from your fans, you now have the means to build the fan culture that every artist needs to succeed in 2025. Music Money Makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course beneath this video, grab the free stuff, smash the like button, share this video, get on my email list. If you didn't get the email for the Music Money Makers community, I'll launch it in 2025, and I'll see you on the inside. Peace.